So you've got your exclusive design for mywardrobe.com.
Yes.
And what does Fashion Targets Breast Cancer mean to you personally?
Well, I think it's an amazing campaign, and it's towards such a great cause, and I'm very honored to be part of it, and that my wardrobe chose me and my designs to be part of it. And personally, I think that, you know, we should all be aware in the UK that 1 in 10 women is diagnosed with cancer every day.
And how did your collaboration with My Wardrobe come about?
Well, basically, I've been on mywardrobe.com for a while now, and Sarah usually picks one brand for the breast cancer campaign every year, and this year she chose me, which is amazing. And I think that she just felt that it's an item or a product that can be worn by anyone, and everybody would love wearing it, as it's quite timeless as well.
And it works perfectly because this year's campaign is, of course, black and white with a pop of colour.
Yes.
So what are the stones?
Well, it's a smoky topaz and a lemon topaz and a drowsy stone. Drowsy stones are usually raw stones, and it's beautiful because it has that beautiful rawness to it. And the other very unique fact about the ring is that it can be worn every season. It's not a seasonal, it's trans-seasonal. So you can wear it from day to night, you can wear it in the summer or in the winters.
So it's a real forever piece.
Yes, exactly, it's timeless.
So Priyanka, when did you start designing? What introduced you to designing?
Well, I've grown up with designing. My parents have been in the textile industry for a very long time, and so have my grandparents. And I always aspired to be a luxury brand designer. And I've basically been drawing and designing and cutting things up since I'm 5 years old, really.
What inspires all of your collections?
Well, I think my travels really inspire me. I travel every week to a new country, or to countries I've been to, but every time you explore a new part of the city. And I think that's really what influences me and inspires me. I couldn't really pinpoint a piece of clothing or a flower or a piece of art that influenced me. I think it's actually people that really inspire me.
And I know that you've just got back from a trip. Where have you been? Am I right? You've been sourcing stones for your jewellery?
Yes, I was just in Istanbul, like probably my favorite destination right now. Currently getting inspired for my ready-to-wear and my new jewellery collection. Well, my stones are usually sourced all over the world, from Thailand, Iran, India. Mainly in India, probably, because most of the stones are from there: ruby, sapphire, emerald. I mean, that's something part of Indian culture and heritage.
And with these rings, what's the design process from sourcing the stones? What happens then?
Well, you source them and they come in like large stones, and then you have to cut them into smaller pieces. Once they're all cut up, I will, for instance, have my whole table full of stones, and it's kind of like a puzzle. You just put like different ones together.
What works where?
Yeah. And I go by intuition and by my understanding of color rather than going by properties.
Now, I know both your ready-to-wear and your jewellery is very influenced by both Eastern and Western cultures. So what elements do you take from them?
I grew up in Europe, and I'm originally from India, so I think most of my color inspirations come from the East, or India, because it's a very vibrant and colorful country, and you can see that also in the rings. And I think that every lady or every woman likes to have some sort of color on her. You know, you don't just want to be black and white, and that's why a pop color, and probably now translated into jewelry, really makes you stand out more if you're in a bar or in a restaurant. You know, you have something unique about you when you wear like an Aamaya by Priyanka 3-stone ring.
Now, this 3-stone design is very unique to your brand.
Yeah.
How did you come up with it?
Well, yeah, the 3-stone ring is our signature piece and probably our #1 bestseller. But basically, what happened was I was just on holiday with a couple of my friends, and one of my friends also is my manufacturer, and he'd bought some like raw stones that were cut, and I was like, oh, let me have a look at this, and I just like started like playing around with it on the table as I usually do, and I was like, oh wow, this combination will look amazing as a ring, you know, because I think earrings or necklaces with many different stones are not as strong as a ring. And then we made a shape to it, and it was Fashion Week like 3 years ago, and London Fashion Week, and I was just wearing my ring, and my agent was like, well, what are you wearing? And I'm like, oh, I just designed this. She's like, oh,
this old thing?
Yeah. And she's like, oh, just give me that, like, you know, I can sell it. And I'm like, if you want. Like, I didn't think anything of it because the focus back then was the ready to wear. And so one thing just led to the other, and suddenly it was a great success that season, and we've been going strong ever since.
And now it's your signature piece.
Exactly, yes.
Priyanka, thank you so much for talking with us.